Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Monday edition of the Corporate Gamer broadcast. I am your host, Corporate Gamer, and tonight we are going to continue with the Outer Worlds. Last time we left off, we were on Byzantium, um, and I actually don't know what to do next, so we'll see. I have a few missions left in Byzantium. I don't even know if I'm even close to being to the end, but we'll see. I don't think I am, but I had looked up at the missions at one point, but I have not looked at them in a while. Welcome to Black Friday week, where everybody and their grandmother is going to be shopping this week. Alright, so I want to say thank you to whoever is hosting me. Big Bad Bizarre Gaming, Wasteland Ruckus, PK Theater, Psychosis, Mr. Garf 1988, Gallows Adler, Dan Etienne Coinop, and SMF Twisted SMF. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful evening. Okay, anytime now. Verisimilitude to your frontier home. I apologize I did not stream last night. I was fighting a headache. I was hoping I'd be ready for the stream, but never materialized. So, here we are tonight. Visit Ellie's parents. Find Pravati's clothes. Pravati feeling self-conscious about her present. Help her find something a little there. So, what am I supposed to tell her?
I can't. What?
Let's talk about the outfit for my engineer.
Here's my last estimate.
3,000 bits.
As you wish.
Where am I supposed to find spacer gear?
If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker.
Alright, there was something else I wanted to ask you.
For you, anything.
Ooh. Have you ever been outside of Byzantium?
Outside Byzantium? Of course not. There's nothing for me outside Byzantium.
Yet you're sending me all over Halcyon.
Yes, and I'm terribly grateful you've agreed. Look, darling, I don't belong outside Byzantium any more than a fish belongs on the land. Anyway, I'm quite certain Byzantium wouldn't last 3 days without me. I'd return to a smoking ruin of hideous fabrics and mismatched colors.
Okay, you said I was exactly what Byzantium needs. What did you mean?
Byzantium has lost its élan vital. Everything about this city is so dreadfully stale. I want to make people uncomfortable the way you do. You're an outsider. You clearly don't belong in Byzantium, and yet you strut about, doing as you please.
Never heard of a tailor who wants to make people uncomfortable.
I'm not some common buttonmonger, darling. I'm an artist. It's my job to make you uncomfortable.
I see.
You're very welcome.
So I need $3,000. Well, I'm close to it, so let's find a vending machine. What is on the map? And vending... There has to be a vending machine somewhere. Oh, there we go. There's a vending machine right there. Maybe...
I love Byzantium. What else are you doing?
Oh, a gardener. That's all I need, a fucking gardener. Let's see if I can get $5,000 out of this shit. Sell guns. Where am I? Close? Nope, not even close. Let me see. How about this? Oh, close enough. Alright. He made money. Alright. Let's go buy some clothes.
Remember that stranger I saw in the square?
Alright. Let me see. I just want to see how much it's eating my... There we go.
Here's my... There are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour.
Okay.
And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am. All them eyes staring at me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope.
Providing making every little thing perfect won't change Junlei's feelings.
I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over. Oh, this is real scary, Captain. I'm grateful for all you done.
I'm grateful too. Alright. The Unreliable. Don't actually want to go on the Unreliable just yet. So where is this? I have to go down.
I've always loved that sculpture.
Sure. Sure you have. Alright. Where is it? It's that way apparently. How do you go that way? So this is basically the outside version of the Groundbreaker. No, I don't go there. Where the fuck do you go? Hey, I found vending machines.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore.
Oh, there's a way of going back down there. Whee!
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh,
Another vending machine. Holy shit.
Citizens, today marks a monumentous occasion in the course of Halcyon history.
Happy to hear it.
After a deep and thorough examination of our budgets, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our year.
I'm supposed to get something to get dressed on, but I really don't care.
Sure, they look fancy.
So we'll see how that is going to work out. Come on. Thank you.
There's my pair.
Inventory, character. I look like a fucking... Yeah, that's gonna look fine. Heh. I'm naked. That looks better. Alright, and then I'll put it back on.
Friend's place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning.
Alright, let's see how this is gonna fucking go. Nice place.
Marilyn, is that you?
Lars, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for welcoming us into your home.
I don't know what to say. He's usually not like this. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
Indeed, we've saved towns, restored property across Halcyon. Theft, vandalism, profanity, and you name it, we've done it at least twice.
Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
Don't treat her like that. She's come a long way to see you. This is getting awkward.
We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
Hold up, these floors aren't just nice, they're top quality marble.
He's right. Since when can you afford authentic Terran marble?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
Why do I get the feeling you people are about to apologize for something?
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
But I'm sure there's much happier knowing I was alive and well, right?
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
Lovely parents.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind. She hasn't changed a bit, I see.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Damn right, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
Can't go anywhere in this place. Is there anything here I can steal? Is that actually finished? That's all I had to do? No. Yeah. Alright. I'll talk to her when she gets back out. Come on, just get the hell out of there. Adreno will always be equipped in your inhaler unless you run out. Plasma weapons use energy ion.
Can we talk?
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
They shouldn't have gotten so upset. How do you think that would go? You were making quite a scene.
I wanted them to get upset. I just thought it would play out differently. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
Come on, Ellie, we don't have time to dwell on this. And then what? That's a very specific fantasy.
Shh, I'm getting to the good part. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
How about it's payback time and I'm collecting with interest?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
Hey, chin up, you're better than this.
I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain.
Work through it on your own time. I just want to know what we're doing next. Trust me, this is what's for the best. I'm sorry it's a rough situation. That sounds familiar.
I'd love to know how you'd describe getting kneecapped.
I think there's a lesson here, Ellie. What happened here with your parents is in the past now. Move on. This episode reflects on them, not you.
Uh-oh, it looks like we're in for a big talk.
You can learn something from this. It's up to you to determine what that is. Everyone's only out for themselves. You've seen that now. You've got to surround yourself with people who will really look out for you. Bad things happen, it doesn't mean anything.
Unless you mean the kind who look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exactly crawling with those. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
Oh boy. That money won't make you feel better about what happened.
Want to bet? I've got some big appetites, and they're all cheap.
You have a plan in mind?
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
So how do we do this?
My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves. Something on your mind?
It's nice that I'm pointing a gun at people. You would think that,
You must be joking. Our affairs.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I noticed your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully. You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price.
okay, the conversation just stopped there. That's nice.
I love Byzantium. Where else are you going to find art, culture, working toilets?
Working toilets. Wow, okay. Standard is high. Come on. Let's do this.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it. And then
Oh, there we go. Or is this? GHIG Secure Mailbox System. The sole letter in this letter was addressed to the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group's satellite office in Fallbrook on planet Monarch.
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Alright. So, there was that. Celeste wants to see the rest of Halcyon. Speak to Celeste about wearing a suit of armor and a headpiece from the following sets: Iconoclast, Marauder, and Spacer. Since I'm out of that, let me get out of this stupid thing. There we go. Visit Greater Halcyon Insurance Group in Fallbrook. That's fine. Okay, I have to go back in Fallbrook. Chemist last experiment. Ever Trans Byzantium. There we go. Can I travel somewhere? Thank you.
Enjoy 6 cups worth of concentrated caffeine in every dollop.
Fun times. Looks like he's taking a leak. Alright. We are in here. People weren't kidding when you can at least play like 60 hours. I'm 33 hours in. Stokies, yeah. So everything here is stolen. If I touch it.
You think the privy's gold-plated too?
Okay. Oh, I have to go down. Let's look at some logs. Cascadia compromised? I received a message that an unauthorized user was looking through the files on my Cascadia terminal. Maybe some marauder with 2 firing brain cells. Maybe not. I hope whoever it is understands that the sacrifices made on Marnark and HRS 1084 serve a higher purpose. One day, when all of us have attained a new state of being, humanity may forgive my sins. Continue. HRS 1084. My worst suspicions are confirmed. HRS 1084 was ransacked. Who knows what became of the suspension tanks, my team? As usual, my handlers on the board are no help. Until I deliver results they can replicate, package, and disperse to the general population, they desire only silence and obedience from the likes of me. Yet another relocation. Circumstances were hardly optimal at the primary and secondary labs. Political instability pulled Cascadia out from under me, and some combination of cabin fever and paranoia soured HRS 1084. Perhaps my home in steadfast Byzantium will offer the retreat I need, though I miss working along colleagues. I know that I hardly deserve the ones I so enjoyed, the ones I lost. The work continues in isolation and loneliness, perhaps as it should. The first extraterrestrials. Ever since our species became aware of itself, we imposed our superiority on the worlds we touched. Colonialism worked for a time. But our oldest trick didn't work in Alcyon, did it? Now we are the ones who must bow to a force greater than ourselves. We are the ones who must adapt. Update. Wine makes me too introspective. Perhaps I'll balance it out with vodka. Laboratory access. Unsealed. Exit. So I kind of had to go in there. There's nothing in here. Okay. Oh, what's this? I should probably save. I did not save before. Alright. Anything here? Nope. Let's go down. Was I supposed to shoot Dr. Eva Short ran his home in the Santa Lilia, gave you a key card to the front door. Yeah, that's the one. I'm supposed to kill her. But will I?
That's top of the line. That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
Lily Hagen sent me to kill you. I'm the one asking the questions. Your alien mind tricks won't fool me.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
Lily Hagen sent me to kill you.
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen? I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen.
Lilia runs sublight salvage on Groundbreaker. Good boss. Bit of a live wire. Why would the board want you dead?
To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you. I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen.
Lilia runs sublight salvage on Groundbreaker.
That's a gentlemanly way of putting it, Captain. She's obsessed with aliens.
This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker.
You've been to Cascadia and Station 1084. I know all of your dirty secrets.
What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks.
Sublight took over the lab. Your human aquariums are probably just office decor.
Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage.
What were they trying to prove by experimenting on themselves? At least they're no longer accomplices to your alien conspiracy.
We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
Crisis? What crisis?
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
This is startling, but it doesn't explain the research I found.
The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
Adaptation didn't save your research team. All you have to show for it is a lab full of preserved colleagues. Hold on, about the aliens?
Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon.
Adaptation doesn't save your research team.
Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough.
You burned through a lot of valuable scientists to arrive to zero solutions.
I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Enough talk. Isn't Cornelius Vanderbilt one of the assault cruisers patrolling Halcyon?
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
Imagine losing something with that many guns on it.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
Lilia sent me after a conspiracy, but it looks like I found a cover-up instead.
I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy.
The board wants to adapt the entire population of Halcyon?
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
Knowing what the board considers a success, that doesn't give me a lot of hope.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying.
Enough talk. Where do we go from here?
You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
You know Phineas Wells? If you work with him, I'll spare you.
The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander?
In the future, try and stay away from the plans that hack our species. So there is really no alien conspiracy.
Alien conspiracy? No. What? Did you hit your head on your way in or something? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
It's less work than hauling my corpse out of here.
Wrong answer.
Halt.
What?
Security.
Why can't I kill him?
Everyone all
Why
right?
couldn't I kill her? I didn't want to kill her, but... I mean...
Keep him quiet, Cap.
Ah, boy. Now where we came in from? Yeah. All right. Okay. That did not go the way I expected it to go. I have to... What's up there? I guess I have to go up. My reputation with the board is gonna suck.
Oh, Captain. You see those fine clothes Miss Jo-
Alright. I have a feeling somebody's gonna attack me here. But hey, it's the way it goes. That's the way it goes, baby. Do 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 do. Come on. You can do it. You can load.
Watch out!
Oh shit. Y'all became hostile. my ship. Apparently I cannot fast travel in combat. I'm gonna be wasting a lot of shit.
Calm down. Please. I don't want it.
I became very hostile.
Bring him down.
No, please don't. I'm sorry.
Well, at least it's a good place to get a bunch of fucking loot. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here. Alright. Come on. Can't travel, can I? So I'm going the other way. Should be going that way, right? Yep. Alright. Well, I won't be welcome here anymore. At least I got the... At least I got what I needed.
Anti-clam antibiotics.
Alright.
Will probably kill you quick.
There's nothing here. There we go. Well, I'm never going here, and I'm gonna fail that fucking...
Please, I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
I don't think I ever said you would die. This is how you're doing, baby. Do 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 do. Whoever is watching, hope that you're having a wonderful evening.
I'm ready for this. Didn't even get our hands dirty.
All right.
Wow.
Oh, he's construction apparently. I never actually looked around. There has to be some things that are... There's literally nothing in this place. Well then. I have been hostile. Oh, I apologize. There was a bit of buffering. I don't know why it does that. I honestly don't. Apologize for that. Truly do. Doopity doo.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Hey, she can go on her date.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker. Nice work dispatching Chartrand, Captain. Sublight will be pleased.
Indeed. Oh, fuck, I didn't choose. Oh well. At least Pravati's with me. I don't know. If I saw a pig like that, it'd be disgusting. With boils and boils and boils. And billions and billions and billions.
Something you need?
Alright. Don't bite the sun. Do 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 do. Alright, when we're back on the Groundbreaker, I will, I can't run in this game apparently, because it always buffers, and I don't know why.
Is it done?
It's done.
Well, well. Looks like someone's due for a promotion. How does Vice President of Aggressive Acquisitions sound to you, contractor?
I had no idea such an honorable title was in my future.
Well, of course. We're a legitimate business, remember? And legitimate businesses have loads of vice presidents. Or so I'm told. Catherine heard I was taking you on full-time and sent along a present of her own. I've had it delivered to your ship. From now on, the board will think twice before fucking with Lilia Hagen, savior of humanity.
Speaking of that,
be sure to mention that in your travels. We could use the free advertising.
Hey, we don't work for exposure.
I'm not sure we should go telling folks we had anything to do with this.
Well, if there's nothing else, I need to review some applications, seeing as I just lost my best contractor.
alright. Let's go back. Hey, I'm almost at level 27. What? Almost there. Like, why is it buffering? I don't understand. I really don't understand why it's buffering. I'm really sorry for that.
CNP near maple syrup. It's near this complete breakfast. Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard...
I think my internet is shit. Yeah, if I run, everything seems like fucked up. I have buffers. My CPU is through the roof, and I don't know why. Have to check that.
I believe I hear Felix and Parvati discussing the latest Aetherwave serial.
All right. Talk to Parvati. See if we can end that fucking...
Can we talk? Hey, got a favor to ask you. Next time we're in the Monarch Wilderness, I'd like to stop in on an old friend of mine. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and I could use the help.
Well, I definitely don't plan on getting myself killed. Well, thanks for the compliment, I think.
I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. I hate it. Every time I give someone the opportunity to disappoint me, they seem to make it their most immediate goal. But for this, I need help. Logistically, because it's dangerous. Emotionally, because it's dangerous.
I'm honored you're asking. I'm thrilled to accept. What can I do?
Really? Here I was steeling myself for inevitable rejection. I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years, and the rest I know to be dead. I'd like to gather their effects and bury them all in the same places, like the family we once were.
What do you need me to do?
First, we go to Hayes. I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. He had a medallion in his effects. That's what I'll bring home to Barry. Then we find my 2 lost trackers and bring them home. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mantiqueen showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together.
Sounds like fun. Let's go.
Thanks, Cap.
All right. She's on her way. How do I look?
I don't know. You kind of look the same way as before.
Oh, my hands have finally stopped shaking. All right, all right. Deep breath. Here I go.
Nothing new. My dearest, smaller pain in the ass. Salutations and congratulations. I have officially been informed from my dearest, larger pain in the ass that you are now the Vice President of Aggressive Acquisitions. It might be a department of one, but trust me, it ain't an easy title to hold on to. So good luck, and do know that on behalf of all of Sublight, we are most appreciative of your loyal support and backing. Remember, we are not merely a money-making institution. We are a family. You have my personal commendation, as well as dealing with CNP problem. Sincerely fucking yours, Katarina.
Anyhow, so I told him, Dad, I'm a big girl now. I ain't need your help. I can do it on my lonesome.
What did he say to that?
Have at it then. And he handed me his favorite wrench, the one he used for the canner. He's probably half as tall as I was.
He didn't scold you for talking back to him?
Nah, he was never like that. I always thought it was funny when I get indignant about something. Then he'd watch me do whatever it was, make sure I didn't get hurt, but he'd never interfere. I learned a lot that way.
I wish I could have met him. Anyone who helped shape you must have been a special person.
Aww.
Look at me, all dressed up for once. I'm having the best time.
My father and I were often at loggerheads. He had notions of
How am
how
I
the
supposed to
station
check
should be run,
on...
and I had others.
Felix's journal. I figured I'd start writing my thoughts down just in case I ever start losing my mind. This contraband collection of essays by anonymous anarchists calls for a total destruction of the corporate establishment and the apparatus of oppression. The book looks like it's never been opened. Dissident Hunter Special Edition. Can Agent Khan rescue Auntie Cleo from the clutches of the Weekenders? Next week. Okay, but what am I supposed to do then? Head to the kitchen and see how the date is doing.
What about your mama? I don't mean to pry, you just...
I'm trusting you to keep Parvati safe. She means the stars to me.
Isn't this swell? If you're cold, then I'm the void of space.
Why is it pointing to the bottom? So what is left here? Speak to Minister Clark. Visit Hager Grave in Nyoka. Nyoka gives you directions to spawn a monarch. Providing and Julian seems to be having a great time. You should leave the ship and let them enjoy the day together. Ah, that's what I have to do. I don't know if I'm getting anywhere closer to the end. I hope I am. Granted, this game seems to be about as long as probably how long I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It took me, what, 75 hours? You're the only one who really knew me at all. The next message in my chat will be to shut the...
Back for a rest? Space adventuring is tiring work.
Okay, Captain, she's gone.
Did it go well?
I'm near about vibrating. I'm so excited. So she got here, and the first thing she said was, "Oh, you smell nice, like mock apples." And I was like, "Yeah, new soap." And then she just sort of touched my arm real gentle-like and called the cut of my outfit elegant. I couldn't hear the rest on account of my heart was beating so hard. Then I led her into the kitchen. I think she about cried when she saw the spread.
So you laid out a meal, brought Junlei in, and started the music?
She stood stock still and just said, "Oh," real soft. Oh, and let me tell you, I was sweating. And then she blinked and said, "Is that dustbat casserole?" I told her how we got Mr. Raymond to bake it for us, so it was double authentic. Made by a real live monarch person.
So the meal went well, the dessert too?
Well, we talked a bunch over dinner about the things we learned just through messages, stuff we repaired, how I taught her to salvage and she taught me to build. When I brung out the sweetheart cakes, June, she got a little teary, said she had a thing she needed to say. But I stopped her because I wanted to say it first. I never felt so bold, Captain.
And?
I told her about how she made me feel. Bold like I acted, strong, smarter and kinder than I am on my lonesome. I listed all the things I liked about her. And then she pulled out a paper and read a speech. She talked about the things she admired about me, like my cleverness and my humor, and how it made her want to be more open.
What happened next? Don't leave me in suspense.
Anyhow, when she wrapped up, I asked her to be my girlfriend. And Captain, she said yes!
That's very sweet, congratulations. What was your disinterest in physical affection?
We talked about it some. I told her I wasn't sure how it'd work, how I've had a bad time of it in the past. She said we'll take it as it comes. Fix things together. Share meals, talk. Maybe she could rub my shoulders when they're sore. I said I might like that.
That was very sweet. Congratulations.
It's all on your account, you know. Imagine if you'd never taken me out of Edgewater. I'd have never met Junlei at all. I don't know nothing about the Vickers capital P plan, but you've sure changed my life. So, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna head to my cabin and happy scream into my pillow for like an hour.
Alright, Alright. Let's do another side quest. Oh yeah, it's true, and I can go...
We're now in orbit above
Yeah,
Falkland,
it's true.
Captain.
Alright. Transition. X to select companion. So, not Ellie, not Felix. Nyoka. And actually Ellie. I don't care about. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my CPU is freaking going haywire when I'm in the world. It's nuts. I don't know why my stream is having issues. Now it's going to start buffering. See? And I don't know why it's doing that.
I say, all that.
This looks like a place.
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit cartridge for the payouts to kick in.
I need to change the beneficiary on Maryland Fillon life insurance policy.
I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Let's stay on topic. I just want to change her beneficiary. Oh, what else can you tell me?
Are you serious?
Well, we interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market.
So how could I amend that claim?
You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy...
Okay, but how could I change it?
Of course she is. The paperwork says so.
I like to think she's dead in spirit, but technically, legally, and regretfully, I'm still Marilyn Fenhill.
That's impossible. By all accounts, she was an elegant and classy woman with impossibly fine bone structure. That couldn't possibly be you.
What an insult.
That's gotta be the nicest thing anyone's said to me in a long while.
Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. I'm forbidden from accept. The employee handbook doesn't say anything. I'll need the name of the new beneficiary.
Ellie Fenhill?
If you say so. The payouts will flow exclusively into the new account at the start of the month. I hope Ms. Fenhill enjoys her newfound prosperity.
Captain, got a minute? You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it.
Congratulations, Ellie.
Hey, you did the real work. All I had to do was not be dead. I'm just glad my folks aren't gonna live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs.
What are you going to do with all those bits?
come on. I thought we were celebrating. You want me to think about the future?
I guess not. Better figure things out as you go.
If only you could have been my chief surgeon back in the day. Anyway, enough of that. You did a job for me, so here's your fee.
I appreciate it, but I didn't do this for the money.
Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble?
You're my friend, Ellie. This is what friends do.
I always thought it meant we get used to the smell of each other's dirty socks. But you really do see a rosier version of things, huh?
I'm a doer, not a talker. Let's just leave it at that. Friendship is important. What else are we fighting for if it's not for people we care about?
You don't have to get all mushy about it. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests.
Wouldn't you want to be indebted to me, huh?
It's nothing personal. It's just the closest thing I've got to a code. Anyway, enough of the touchy-feelies, huh?
Just gonna check something. I don't know what is running my CPU like fucking nuts. See if that does the trick. Now let's go back to
You seen Arthur today?
Nah, last time I saw him was Stud.
okay. I'm gonna do one more mission and then we'll call it quits. Come on, you can load. Guess we'll go there, see if we could get there pretty soon. Man, is Chrome a hog. Jesus, Murph. Alright.
Here we go! Got it! Down they go! Try that again. Here we go.
Yeah, nothing. Alright. Big shit for you. And for you. So I have to go that way. Apparently. So let's go that way. Let's see what the Earth... Angry Gorilla, thank you for the host. Hope that you're having a fine evening. I don't know what this... I don't actually know what that does. I'll be honest with you. I should probably learn what that does, but...
Rats. Let's clear this sulfur sun. Fuck that. So Hayes can rest in peace. Here we go! Got it! Nice one! And we're alive.
Alright. Hayes grave. Buried near the surface of Hayes' grave is a small lockbox. It hinges rusted through and its wood almost completely rotted. It nearly falls apart in your hands, but in it you manage to find a tarnished silver medallion bearing the letters Sharon.
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's him.
Hold on, tell me about the UDL contract.
I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks, and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
You didn't try to find them?
I should have. I really should have. But soon after they left, Hayes and the others died. And to be honest, after him, I stopped trying. Because it hurt like hell to do so.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're trying to confront it.
Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see it through. Maybe it'll stop me screaming at night. Now come on, let's make tracks before Hiram dies of old age.
Wait a minute. Oh. There we go. There you go.
Why do people make such a big thing out of hiking? Once you're up, you just gotta go down again.
To be honest, I'm surprised it's still standing. Every time I set foot inside, I half expect the tower to fall over.
Ah, boy. Where are the elevators to upstairs? Not here. Where are you? Where am I supposed to go? Aye. That's the washroom. That's fine. Barb, the new environmental controls terminal is now installed and running upstairs. Congratulations, you messaged corporate about it and you get to manage it. I already read that. But I didn't pick up the key though, which is weird, because I'm pretty sure I scavenged everything. Anyways, having said that, where the fuck is the elevator? Or how do I go up? That's to go out. Where the fuck is the elevator go up? Just to go out. Which is fine. I know there's an elevator here. Damn it. That's the washroom. Nice, looked for that already. What the fuck? I'm really lost. I am stupid. That's a door? Yeah, so I have to go all the way to the other end. That's to go out. That's the exit, so it has to be the other one, which is this. No, that's another exit. That's barred. Can I unlock it? Apparently I can't unlock it, because that's the way things go around here. Okay, I know there's a way of getting up there. I know there's a way. Did I come in by the wrong fucking entry point? Well, fuck that. The word I'm pretty sure. You know what? Maybe it's upstairs. Maybe it is outside. Maybe it is. Who knows? Who knows? Damn. Damn. Hello to whoever is watching the stream. Hope that you're having a wonderful evening tonight. Partying it up on a Monday. Woot, woot. Nothing says an amazing week like a Monday. There we go. That's where I thought it was. And there's an elevator, there's a walkway that goes up.
So much for peace and quiet. Would it kill the universe to cut me some slack?
So about that ship.
Yes, the one that crashed. I saw it on the security feed. A bit grainy, but an invigorating watch all the same. What about it?
It was pretty wild, wasn't it? Us sharing the experience of seeing it crash like that. Where did you think a shit like that come from? I gave the ship's targeting module to Sanjar.
Stupendous. He's going to be insufferable now. Thank you for that. I might even... Oh, the indignity. I believe I'll have to make nice with him now.
Poor shit. It was pretty wild, wasn't it?
Is this bonding? I'm not sure I like it. Next, you'll be asking me how I got the scar on my chin when I was 11.
How did you get the scar on your chin? You can barely see it.
Most of it's underneath along my jaw, but yes, it seems to have faded with time. Moral of the story is, never run with scissors.
Where did you get the ship? Where do you think the ship came from?
The board has a blockade of gunships that patrol Monarch. Not a ton, mind you, just enough to deter the masses. I am curious as to what downed it. A faulty part wouldn't be wholly unusual. The supply for new mechanicals is tight. Ugh, now I'll never sleep. Unsolved puzzles really torque my sprockets. If you find out what happened, sell me the info.
Alright.
I'm getting a headache, but... Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me. Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra 2.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck.
I'd like to secure some information.
Business is good on account of you, and hard work deserves a return on investment. Ask me what you will. Give my regards.
All right. Maybe do a side mission for one of my crewmates, and then we will take it from there. Alright, back on the ship we go. On the ship again. I'm going back on my ship again. Beep, 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 beep. Come on, fuck.
Hey, Cat. Knock, knock.
Always imagine Falbert would be...
It's amazing what helped my CPU. Closing Chrome. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Let's go back to Edgewater.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
That won't be pretty.
Good luck, Captain.
I think it's nice for me to bring back Parvati, considering she came from Edgewater, and she has changed a lot. She has found love, so we will take it from there. Zaltuna Cannery. Didn't I go to that fucking place? Pretty sure I did.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Alright. I'm pretty sure I cleaned this area before. I just never... Anyways. Because I pretty much cleared... where did this guy dissipate? Didn't he turn goo, like right over here? Oh, maybe not. Alright. Okay. Guess I have to go inside.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted.
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
Nice.
Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, Nyoka. I'm so sorry.
Rusty's journal. Its display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can still make out bits and pieces of what looks like Rebecca's final entries. Law helped me, but Anderson was right. We never should have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled, or I don't know what. The towns won't let us walk in without employment contract. I can't even find someone who let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, we had a fight for every meal because there were no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here, there's plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is about to sign up. Offer his life in service to Spacer's Choice, just so that he can take a shower. Clara, I hope to the architect this never reaches you, but on off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We were sick of getting sick, of boiled Raptidon and stinking life sulfur, no matter how hard you scrub, of fighting. Day in and day out, we're exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here, settle down, but this place ain't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the time. We never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me, not alive anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. I'd leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, I'd break her to know the truth.
She'd still want to know, just the same as you did.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick.
Might do it? I didn't think there was anything about the wilderness you don't know. You're guessing here. Any way to find out for sure?
Not unless you happen to be familiar with the ins and outs of Mana Queen behavioral patterns. I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Alright. Save game. Oh, she got a point. Map. Go back to the ship. The Unreliable.
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood and space dust from your feet in the end. Destination reached. Scylla.
Help the chairman and Minister Cluck. Come on. Help the chairman and Minister Clark. Really? I have to do that again? I freaking did that last time. Anyways. Well, I guess we're gonna walk in the real world. Wherever we can, anyways. And it's actually, you know what? We actually had killed them. Because I remember killing them.
Did I hear something?
Everyone all right?
Yeah, they're fine with me. Okay.
Here we go. Got it.
Oh, is that a cave? Yeah, that's a cave. Oh yeah, I couldn't, I did come here. Alright, so. Alright, number 2. Yeah, I'm rejecting that. Alright. Okay. Last but not least is fucking super far away.
Damn, but we're good.
Come on.
Here we go. Down they go. Everyone all right?
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up?
These glands are gross. Take them, please.
Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
What's Charon?
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
Remind me, what's the base again?
It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there.
It's about time we're going to kill a mini queen.
Fucking right we are.
All right.
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again. We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain.
The companions actually work well together. Even the Vicar, he's actually not too bad. Although I didn't use the Vicar very long. Really? God damn it. I have to go to the fucking door at the other end of the world. For fuck's sake.
Want to make a run with me to Stella Bay? Boston.
Probably gonna have to fast travel again. Alright. Where do we go now? Pretty sure I shot everybody in here, but anyways. Well then. If it has to fucking tell me that a fucking thing is behind a goddamn rock or a mountain, I'm gonna kick somebody's ass. It seems to be a cave. Alright. Oh, maybe not. I may be wrong.
Eyes up! Four, cat! Don't mess with us.
You're an idiot that fucking walked in acid. Okay, let's see if we can go around. Oh, there we go.
Whew. Here we go.
All right. Action! After this, I'll call it quits.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable.
Teenager out of Monarch Wilderness?
Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
I'm sorry they aren't here to see us kick some manty ass. Let's do this.
Oh, you are in for it now.
No, because the other one died. At least I thought she did. Care for energizing ointments.
Great work.
Hey Foxy, thanks for the host. It's my last mission before the end of the night, so it should be done in the next 5-10 minutes. Oh, there's another one left. Oh, no, it's her.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all
It's been a
here.
slow night tonight.
This
Not
bringing
many,
them together.
not many people tuning
burying
in.
them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you.
You're welcome, Nyoka.
You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest. What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain. Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
All right. Yay, I leveled up. Level 28. Boop, boop. All right. Whoops. Perks. Sure. Actually, you know what? I wanted to see my character. Oh, my reputation. The Groundbreaker and Friendly, Iconoclasts Nervous, Monarch Revering, Sublight Salvage and Shipping Revering, The Board Repulsed. Secondary, Anti-Cleo Friendly, CNP Boards Friendly Neutral, Deserters Revering, and Spacer's Choice Nervous. Your current status is Friendly, on track to being a great employee. Only 2% negative. A former colony ship turned to space faction effects, you are friendly to this faction. Ooh. The board hates me, that's fine. Alright. Cool. What's next on the list? So I only have this one, which I don't really give a shit about. And we continue the main quest next time around. And I apologize, I wasn't supposed to stream tonight, but I felt better tonight, and with the way work is going, I don't know if I'll be able to stream all week this week, so I made it a point to try to make it, try to stream. So next time we're going to be going, so this one I'm never going to do, I really don't care, really. However, so the next time we're going to be doing the main quest. I've just done a shit ton of fucking quests. Look at that. And I'm sure there's a ton of them that I missed. And word of advice, if you're streaming and you have your you have Chrome open, don't. Apparently it eats up your CPU like a motherfucker. I knew it ate up some CPU, but this is insane. It freaking is nuts. Anyways, so I'm gonna save. Make sure it saves. Make sure I can load. And yeah, sorry, Foxy, you came in like literally right at the end of my stream. I'm really, but thanks for passing by and hosting me as usual. Thank you for being a big supporter of me. Since you're here, actually, stay a little bit longer. Just stay on just a little bit longer. I'm gonna be doing something. I don't know why I can't. Oh, okay, here. Around. I think you left last time I said this on the stream, but not enough people chatted, so it didn't actually populate. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to restore. We'll chill, round table, Twitch. There we go. Hello. Load, you mother tucker. Load. Thank you. Streamlabs. There we go. I continued my my series on my favorite Twitch channels, and you are the next one on the list. So I wrote a slight review for you, and you are. I'm going to eventually do something a little bit better for the ones that I follow and that I actually encourage in watching. But for now, it's the best that I can do, is to write a review. So there we go. If you have a chance, read it. And yeah, you've been a supporter of me, and I've been, to be honest, I don't remember how I actually got to your channel. I don't remember if Weaselbeast led me to your channel, or you came to my channel through Discord or something along those lines. But I started watching you, and I've loved your streams ever since, and I've been following ever since, and I haven't turned back. So yeah, it's just a way of saying to the community and to the people that I actually follow that I actually do follow you guys. Right? You guys are awesome, and you guys support me. So it's the little that I can do. However, on that note, I will have to let you go. As you know, you can go to aroundtable.ca if you want to read all my reviews. I should be back tomorrow night, barring any issues with work. I should be back continuing the main storyline. I don't know where the hell we are, but I'm at 35 hours right now, and I don't know where I am. So we'll see how that goes. All right, guys.